Welcome back to Renegade GCM. Today we have a gameplay video between Blackbeard from OP09 and Monkey D. Luffy from Starter Deck 1. So we choose to go first here. Blackbeard, Marshall D. Teach, prevents on-play effects from happening by us trashing a card, and none of our on-plays work. Luffy has Activate Main. Once per turn, you can put a Dawn on a character or leader, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen Luffy. So we're going to play the stage here and pass it over. They're going to deploy their 2-drop Sanji. That can take the top life and gain 2 Rested Dawn and 2,000 power, becoming a 7k swing essentially. So we have 3 Dawn here. We're going to deploy Lafitte, our searcher. Debating what we want to grab here. We're thinking either 2k or we have Van Augur. We're going to grab Van Augur here. Put 1 on our Teach leader and go into 6 into 5 on Luffy. They're going to use a 2k counter. So here, they're going to be going into 4 Dawn. We're debating if we want to trash for their effect. We're going to get rid of the Jack here. Because Red has a lot of good on-play abilities. It won't stop Rush because that's not an on-play. That's just a static ability that the character has. So just keep that in mind. It does not stop Rush. So they're going to play a Building Snake here, which allows them 2 Building Snakes, which allows them to put them at the bottom of their deck, and they can give -2 or 3,000 or something like that to a character. So here they did their Sanji thing, making it a 7k swing. 7 into 5 here. We have a 2k and a 1k. So we're just going to take that hit. We got our search event, which we will use the trigger, getting a Dock Q. So opponent's going 7 into 5 here as well. We're going to take this hit as well. Like, we got to take a couple hits because we don't really have much counter. Drawing in another 2k. So here we're going to use our Liberation just to get rid of that Sanji. We're going to rest our Lafitte, use the search ability to get a Vasco shoot. And we're going to go 5 into life. Passing the turn. So they did take that last hit. Here they're going to play Uda, looking for red-haired pirates. So we're assuming this is a red-haired pirates archetype deck with just Luffy as the leader. So they got the Ben Beckman from their second Uda. They didn't get anything off their first one. So they're going to bring Building Snake 2 into 1 into Lafitte. We're going to give that to them. We want to protect our life more than our board at this point. Here they're going to go 5 into 5. I'm going to use a 1k to get out of this hit. And they can, I don't know why they did that. Maybe a misclick. So now they're going to go 7 into 5. We would need 2 and a 1 to get out of this. We're just going to take it. Here's a Jack. So we're at 7 Dawn right now. We're going to deploy our Jack. We're going to try to get rid of something. I think Jesus Burgers might be a little slow for this matchup, so we just trashed it and go 5 into 5. If they want to spend most of their turn getting rid of that Jack, that works for us too. At least they're not going at our life. So the opponent has 4 cards in hand, 3 life. They're up to, what, 8 Dawn? So we know they have a Ben Beckman in hand, but that's not going to help them get removed Jack. Well, this will work. Okay, so they had to use 2 cards to make that happen, which works for us. If they're using 2 to get rid of 1, then we're winning that match. So 6 into 5 here, it's a 2k out. So we have the search event. We're at 9 Dawn. We're one turn away from playing our blocker. So we're going to deploy the Van Augur here, giving the Ben Beckman -3 cost, and then KOing it with the finger gun. Then we're going to go 5 into their life. They take that hit, and how we're going to trash to shut out their own plays. They're at 10 Dawn. More likely they're going to have a 10 drop Shanks. Yep. So they use their leader effect to attach 1 Rested Dawn to Luffy, going 6 into 5. That's a 2K. 12 into 5. They went for our life, which is good. So now we deploy our 10 drop Teach. We're going to shut out the leader effect and make it so their 10 drop Shanks won't be able to attack us back. Then we're just going to try to chip 5 into 5 here. They use a 2K out. Debating here. We're going to go. We're going to go 6 into 5 here. They used a 2K to get out of a 1K, so another 2K. Here we're going to just pass the turn. So they're going to play a Silver's Rayleigh blocker, which allows them to draw 2 and trash 2, being that we have 2 characters with 5,000 in power more. Then they're going to play their Yasop, which on play gives their leader plus 1,000 for the rotation. Using leader effect, attaching 1 Rested Dawn to their leader. So that's going to be 7 into 5. No other valid attacks, so there's no reason to counter. We should just use our blocker. So opponent passes back to us. We draw another 10 drop. We're going to utilize that. We're going to make sure their leader can't do it. Here we're debating, do we want the Shanks or do we want the blocker? We're going to choose the Shanks, because we're going to try to force them to use their blocker this turn. So 6 into 6 here. Easy counter for these guys. 1K is all they need. Yep. So I didn't swing there because they had a blocker that was bigger than my attack. So here they're deploying another 10 drop Shanks. Now our entire field has minus. Well, right now it only has minus 1,000, but once that other Shanks goes back to normal, our side will have minus 2,000 power across the field. So putting 1 Dawn on Yasop when he attacks can give an opposing character minus 1,000, which is weird that they went with their leader first. 5 into 5. So that's a 1K. If they would have done it the other way, it would have been we needed a 2K to get out of that hit. So they pass it back to us. We draw a 2 drop stronger, 2K counter. So we're debating here because we can get rid of a 4 or less if we do the Van Augur. So we could technically get rid of their blocker, but it looks like we're just going to go pressure that life. 1 card in hand. They have to use their blocker here. Well, they have 2 life, but 1 card, definitely not countering out of it. They either take the life or give us the blocker. Okay. So they're at 2 cards here. We're going to put 4 Dawn on our leader, going 9, giving them the same choice. The blocker or the life. They're going to give us up the blocker here. So our teaches are 10K each. So we're going to just put 1 on the first teach and go 11. And 1 on the last one, going 11 again. No way they can get out of this. So they had the 10 drop Shanks that can KO on effect, the 9 drop Newgate with no counter, and a Marco. So they only had like 1K in hand. But as you see, Teach was able to pressure an aggro deck as well. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more One Piece content. More videos coming soon.